I'm live. Oh, it's going to take a minute. It's my phone telling me I've gone live. Hopefully it's telling you guys too. Have my beverage. Hello to whoever has arrived. I'm betting one of them is Irene. Hello. See, I knew it. Hi, Irene. How are you? Right now, it's just the two of us. I am on the ball today. Well, I say that, but honestly, I was just literally putting everything in place like 2 minutes ago and sat down and hit just go live. I don't know if YouTube is actually like doing notifications. Sandy was saying something about notifications being weird for live. So I don't know if they're going out or not. Although this week I didn't put one up because I wasn't ready. I was downstairs watching Young Sheldon and eating bagel bites. How are you all? How was your week? Hey, kid. Faking it well. Right. I've got things set up in here now, so it doesn't take too long to get things put in their right place. Hello, Miss Sandy. You're the most marvelous. I went back and watched the rest of your live earlier today. Man, those ladies were blessing you, huh? They just want to see you cry. Oh, Irene, well, I'm glad it turned out well. It's nothing worse than that. That's scary stuff. Right? I know, Sandy, your face looked like you were going to lose it. You was going to faint. I bet you are. I would be too. That's a lot of fun, though. That's nice. Everybody treating Sandy. Sandy's birthday was earlier this week, and everybody treated her to some, what are they called? When people can put cash on your super chats, I think they're called. Yeah, super chats. I know it. It was Sandy's birthday this week. It was Tori's birthday this week. We had lots of birthdays this week. Mine's soon. I hope everybody had a good couple of weeks. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I just had a really rough week last week. And it was Donna's birthday this week too. Jesus, so many folks this week with their birthdays. 5th. Yeah, mine's the 5th. But yeah, I just had a really rough week last week. And my baby Harry, my little kitty baby, cake and ice cream all around. Yes, he got sick. So we had to do an emergency trip to the vet, and he's been on meds for, I don't know, a week and a half now, but he seems much better. But he had the crystals in his urine, and we give him good food, and he gets wet food, and he has a water fountain. And so we're just kind of hoping it was a one-time thing and it's not going to be a chronic issue for him. But so that was a rough day. And then I got home that day from taking him to the emergency vet and got a phone call from my mom that she's been exposed to the Rona. One of the people that lives in her building. She lives in like she has her own apartment, but it's in like an elderly housing building. And one of the ladies in the building has it. Oh, Sandy, you're so sweet. Truly. Well, I have my cocktail. So cheers to you. Cheers to everybody whose birthday it was this week. Happy birthday. We have a Mexican sunset, which is I've had before, but I changed up the ratio of tequila to amaretto. Yeah, yeah, some of those tequila things. Yeah, my bottle of tequila is almost gone though, so I have to come up with something else. I saw one for an apple pie cocktail, so that looks like that could be good. But I don't have any cider, so I guess I'll have to get some cider. Oh, yeah, so luckily my mom, it's been now about a week that she's been quarantining, and she's not feeling ill. Yes, you have to. Amaretto sours are the best, and they're the best cocktail, I think. Anyways, Dave would disagree with me. He would tell you Captain and Coke, but he would be wrong. My glasses are filthy. That's terrible. But yeah, so she's feeling healthy. I've been checking in with her, and things are going well. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Oh, Sandy, thanks for popping in, love. You have a wonderful night. Happy Friday, Sandra. But yeah, so all of that stuff happened, and I was just feeling really kind of, it was just a lot. Love you, Sandy. Be good. And then I was actually getting ready to come on, and I saw the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had died, and that was it for me. I had myself a real crying fit, and I just couldn't. Hello, hey Tammy, and I just couldn't bring myself to go live. So I was kind of a mess, guys, and I still am upset about it. But yeah, so that was why I was not on last week, guys. I couldn't. It was just such a bad week. This week has been better. Harry's feeling better. My mom isn't sick. I'm still pretty much distraught at the state of our country right now, but it is what it is. And I honestly, RBG died Friday night, and I started antidepressants Saturday. So, yeah, I can't handle. I cannot handle what's going on in this country right now. So I am medicating myself because it's just too much. And I think at this point it would be better to medicate myself than eat myself into a coma. So I am a stress eater. So I'm feeling better this week, adjusting to meds. But it was a nice week overall. Tori's birthday, my daughter's birthday, was this week. So she came last weekend, and I think it was last weekend, and spent some time with me. We had a social distance visit outside, and it's starting. I was afraid it was going to get really cold and that we couldn't do any more. But honestly, it's warmed up again. Like right now in my room, it's really warm. Like uncomfortably warm. Yeah, Friday afternoon. That's right. You didn't spoil the party. What party? Hi, Terry. How are you? Yeah, so, and I don't know about you guys, it was a busy week too. We're still, our business is still kind of slow right now, but I've been keeping busy with stuff I have. There's new stuff in the shop. There's bags in the shop, guys. I was very excited. I sold my first skein of hand-dyed yarn this week, so that was good. The Halloween nails came out for Color Street, so that was fun. I haven't put any on because I haven't gotten them yet. And honestly, guys, you wouldn't believe. Okay, so look I put this on 2 weeks ago. And this one is missing because I broke this nail, actually, and I just took it off. But this one, I was chopping vegetables the other night, guys, and I shaved my nail polish off. That's how close I got to like really cutting myself with my big chef's knife, and just sliced the nail polish right off the top of my nail. So I took the rest of it off. So I actually need to do them tomorrow, but that is why they look horrible right now. But this is a 2-week-old manicure, so I'm feeling pretty okay with that part of it. No, Irene, it was, oh, when you called, no, it was fine. It was fine. No big deal to break up any party. It took 3 minutes. What else happened this week? Oh, we had 7 trees cut down in our front yard. We had the arborist come. They had a big bucket truck. Oh, yours lasted 2 weeks? Oh, awesome, Irene. I'm glad that you're liking them. Irene tried some Color Street nails, and she seems to like them, so that's good. I want everybody to have a moment of self-care, really is what it's about for me. I've been sending out some free samples to folks in the hopes that they take a minute to just decompress, like we all need to. But yeah, so the tree guys came this week and they cut down 7 trees in the yard. So our front yard now is so much sunnier, and they were kind of stretched out, but there were, I think, 3 cherry trees, and we had 1 enormous ash that was just bored out from pests in it. And it was starting to lean towards our neighbor's yard, shed, house, and it's that big of a tree. So we were like, we got to get somebody in here to take this down, because if we have a real bad windstorm or something this winter, that could be a real problem. And our house is far enough back from the street that we actually have power lines that run from the street to our house, and it goes right through the side of our yard, and all of those trees were right next to those lines, which is why Dave couldn't do it himself. We had to have somebody with a bucket truck come in. So that happened this week, actually, and they did a marvelous job. Aside from the fact that they rang the doorbell at 8 a.m. and I ignored it because I thought it was Amazon dropping off a package. Hey, Julie. And then Dave comes in. He's like, the tree guys are here. Why? They rang the bell. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was Amazon. Whatever. They always come up and like throw the package on the deck and ring the bell. So that was the only real hiccup. But they were done by 1 p.m. And they cut down the trees, and they cut them in like 12-foot lengths, and then stacked them for us. Dave's going to drag them and mill them and stuff. And then they chipped everything that was like, I don't know, this 10 inches and smaller. We have a mountain of wood chips out back, which is great for, you know, the garden and just around the yard. So that was really good. And they cleaned up everything. I mean, they were out there with rakes cleaning up after themselves. They were really, really good. Like, if anybody lived in our area, we would not hesitate to recommend them. And the price was pretty affordable too. I mean, 7 trees is a lot of trees to have taken down. But now Dave's like, oh my gosh, I got to move all this wood. You know, big 12-foot lengths of big trees. There's a few there that, whew, you know, at the base of them, they're like, you know, they're massive, just massive around. So that'll be interesting with him and I out there trying to move those. But we're in a drought here in New England. It's like really severe drought, one of the most severe we've had in a long time. And while they were here, they kicked up so much dust and so much pollen, guys. So bad, so much pollen. And so both Dave and I, you can hear it, our allergies have been a mess since they came. I did not paint my ceiling. What does it look like? Does it look whiter? I mean, we painted it when we moved in. Actually, Tori's boyfriend, used to be Tori's room, and Tori's boyfriend painted this ceiling, her old boyfriend. And he used 2 gallons of ceiling paint on this ceiling. And we were like, dude, like, what did you do with all the paint? He just kept painting it. Just painting it and painting it and painting it. It might be the reflection of the coral or something. I don't know. But no, it's white. So he soaked, didn't he, man? He tried so hard. God love him. But I mean, he put so much paint on this ceiling. Yeah, Dave and I had a good laugh over that one. And you know what, though? Here's the thing. That kid worked his ass off. He came and he worked so hard to help us move, because we moved this whole house ourselves, us and Tori and him, and that was it. And I mean, he worked so hard, but he really struggled with any sort of thing like that. And then he put my kitchen away for me. Oh no, that was not the best idea. I ended up taking everything out of the cabinets and putting it back where it made sense. But, he was like a teenage boy trying to help me out. College kid, helping me out. No, he was a good kid. He really was. But yeah, the paint, so much paint on the ceiling. I'm almost afraid to ever put any more paint on it. It might collapse. He really did like Tori a lot. His family was nice. It's one of those things where you kind of like, geez, it was too bad it didn't work out because they were nice people. Yeah, he was. But yeah, so I don't know what I was saying. Probably nothing that exciting. Yeah, loved his parents, ended up only liking him. Oh, the trees, that's right. So the ceiling did crack once it dried. The pollen that they kicked up, because of course those trees came down, and all the pollen in those trees is floating around in my house, I think. But yeah, both Dave and I have been allergy messes for the rest. And this is on Claritin. Both of my ears are popping. My face has been flushed for like 3 days. That happens to me when I get allergies. Like my cheeks feel hot and red and flushed, but they don't look it. And then I think I have a fever and I take my temperature. Like I took my temperature today. I'm like, do I have a fever or am I just like having an allergy thing? It was just an allergy thing. But every once in a while I get like, uh-oh. But I have to show you guys my mug. Remember I told you guys about my mug? How my tea mug broke. The cats broke my tea mug. And so I had to get a new one. Oh, it's damp there. It got really cold here, and then now it's getting warmer again. Anyways, guys, look at my mug came in. I am a smart, strong, sensual woman on one side. And then on the other is Tina's head from Bob's Burgers. Butts. She likes boys' butts. But yeah, and here's her little face in the straw. But I love Tina. There's the Tina over there in the, let me fix my finger. There you go, right there. Tina as Frida Kahlo. So I got this lovely. And then while Tori was here for her birthday, or last weekend when she came, I gave her birthday stuff and she gave me gave her some of her birthday stuff and she gave me some of mine. And look at what she got me, guys. She got me another art piece for Bob's Burgers. This one is Louise, the youngest daughter, and her favorite toy, Kuchikopi, right, Tori? Right? Isn't that mug great? I love it. Strong, smart, strong, sensual woman. It's a nice big one, too. It's 16 ounces. It's, microwave safe. However, it says dishwasher safe, but this stuff is like, I think this is like, Cricut vinyl stuff. And I think that's going to come right off in the dishwasher. So I think this is going to be hand wash. And then she got me a diamond painting and some other fun things. And I don't know what I did. Oh, I forgot to bring up. I also started watching the Woolies podcast, and I bought some stickers from them. One of them says Crafty Wench, and it has like some, I want to say it's like scissors and some stuff. And the other one, another sticker that says Yarn Slut, which I thought was funny. So I got myself one of each of those, and then I got Tori as well, which she already knows, so I'm not ruining anything. Yeah, so that was fun. And then I put some bags in the shop, guys. Remember that little, okay, well, maybe I'll sell it, but if I do, I guess I'll have to find it. It's here somewhere. That little, really? Unicorns, the unicorn fabric. Okay, that I had here that was going to be a bag for like a month. I finished that. That's in the shop now. But I don't know, it's somewhere in here. But look at, guys, I finished the knot bag in the Good Place fabric. This one is not mine. Mine has stuff in it. I have this exact same bag I made for myself. But here's I think it came out really great. And I love the fabric on the inside. This is exactly identical to mine. This is called Tula Pink. It's from I want to say, is it Pinkerville line? It's called Fairy Dust. Fairy Dust, Fairy Dust, Fairy Dust. You guys seen the bird cage? But that's the inside fabric. Oh, look. It's just got a crease. I'll come right out with an iron. But isn't it pretty? I love it. So that's in the shop. A little unicorn, like zip notion bag. And it's got a little wristlet strap with it, that one. That's in there. But guys, I love... Tori said she's given people about a week and a half and then she's nabbing it. I'm just going to have to get more of this fabric because I've had so many folks say that they love it. This isn't in the shop yet because I have to finish the wristlet for it, but it is, it's a nice zipper bag. So that'll be going in. It's like a really large Notions. You could probably use it as a toiletry bag, actually, even like a makeup bag. Good size. So that one's not in there yet. Oh, here, look, I found it, guys. I found it. And this one, much like the one that Janet got, the little drawstring one has the rainbow on the inside. So that was done. And then this, I love this, guys. I'm so happy with how the large drawstring totes came out. This is like my final design on it. The only thing I'm not sure is if I want to put a firmer interfacing in it so that it actually like stands up. But that would raise the price of it, and I don't really want to do that. Oh, the little unicorn bag, right? It's so sweet for a little one. But so, obviously, drawstring. This one, I can fit 2 Super Saver Jumbo in here. And it's got the 2 straps. It's got some cute, like, stitching, little stars. And then the inside I like how it came out, and I think that this is what I'm going to be shooting for as far as the design goes, is the pocket has four sections. You guys think, like 4 seems like pretty cool. There's like 2 small ones and a you know, also small, kind of could fit a ruler. And then there's a larger one that's got 2 grommets in it. You can see it in the pictures on the thing. But anyways, so this one's done, and I love it. This is a large drawstring tote. Oh, and it's got the, you know, and then these things, I got ones that are removed. You know what I mean? So anyways, so those are done. So I was happy about that. And then somebody contacted me to make them a custom bag, sew together bag. So I'll be making that up next. Oh, the tote, Julie. My hubby needs to make more money. Hi, Susan. This is great. I think this would be really good for a large project, actually. I mean, like I said, you can fit 2 jumbo Super Savers in there, which I think is a lot of room. So your husband needs to make more money. I hear that. Well, my husband makes, I didn't mean that to sound that way. Oh my God, that sounded terrible. I would not say that to Dave, like, you need to make more money. He works very hard. But I know what you mean. Yeah, so I got some bags done, so that was good. I bought these a while ago and didn't show anything because I haven't done anything with my knitting. But I got some double-ended for if I ever make hats. But it came in a kit, so there's like 14,000 double-ended knitting needles in here. Which, I don't know, I think that seems excessive, but what are you going to do? Anybody else decide that the best part about their drink is the fruit skewer? I'm of that opinion. Tori, good Lord. You know that if you had the opportunity to do the same thing, Tori, if you thought of it, you would. She that bad boy. Right? You know, you got to do what you got to do. And I had a pineapple that I bought that was like so ripe it was going bad. So today was the day. Pardon me while I eat my pineapple. I've done some crocheting on my hag shawl. And I got to tell you guys, I love this stitch. I love the texture that it gives things. I use the knitting needles for a fruit stick, right? I should. There's enough in there. They could be disposable and I wouldn't run out. Oh, the wall. How did I paint it? It was liquid acrylics and Floetrol with really large brushes, almost like stain brushes. And you do super thin layers of color. And you build it up and build it up and build it up and build it up. And then where I had the colors meet, I actually let my edges get a little dry. So they ended up, when they hit each other, they looked a little bit like watercolor. But it took several weeks. And this is at least 20 coats of paint. So it comes around this corner and goes around the side of the room. And it's just morphs from one color of, it's basically rainbow colors. Susan, I hope that answers your question. I need to write down the name of the paint technique that I kind of based it off of, because I get asked this a lot. And I always forget what it was. Basically, I saw somebody do something that was kind of similar to this, but not quite. And I thought, I really like that. I want to kind of riff on that. And so I did. And I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to, you know what I'll do? I'm going to actually put a link in tomorrow when I'm able to go in and edit. I'll put a link down in the description box about the type of painting that I saw that made me do this. But I love it. I love it. Someday when it has to be covered, I think that I might cry a little because it was so much work. That's why the room isn't like that. It would have taken me months. Oh, well, hey, yeah, have her check it out. I have a couple of videos on my channel that are like craft room tours, and I think you can see it pretty well on those. Tori, just sell the house to me and I'll keep it. There you go. I don't think you'd want to live out here in the sticks. Although really we're looking at putting in a wood-fired boiler at some point, and we're going to have snow melt on our front walk and then under our back deck, because those are the two areas that require the most amount of shoveling in the winter, and I think that will make a big difference. It will make it easier for us to stay here as we age too, so we'll be able to stay here longer, older, if we do that. I'm in New Hampshire, so New England, lots of snow, cold. Where are you? I'm going to leave the frame for a second, guys. I'll get my hag shawl so you can see it. I'm back. I didn't go far. Oh, Tennessee. Well, you probably don't get much snow down there, huh? It's probably pretty warm. See, guys, here's mine. And I've got a book and two things of Terran Super Softs, whatever that is, and my hook and a thing, and there's still space. So this is the same size bag. It's a pretty good size bag. Irene's in Georgia. Julie's in Texas. Not the last few years. Yeah, our weather's changing too. Very, very odd. But yeah, so guys, I'm struggling with my hag shawl, and here's the thing. I love the way the stitch looks. I love the texture. I love how squishy it is. I really struggle with one row repeats. Oh, and Terry's in New Mexico. Terry, I was just talking to Julie today about the desert and that I've never seen it, and I want to. Are you in like is all of New Mexico like a desert? First of all, I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I am, so I should ask. Admit when one does not know. But anyways, while you answer, I will go on. Here's my hag shawl, guys. Here's how it's coming along. So I've gotten some done on it. I'm gonna finish this skein, which is starting to get pretty flappy, pretty flabby. And then I'm gonna call it because I'm struggling. And here's the thing: like I said, I like how squishy it is. I like the texture on it. I think the texture is beautiful, especially with unforgettable yarn. Thanks, hon. But I struggle with one row repeats, guys. I have a really, I guess, I don't want to say short attention span because I don't think I have a short attention span, but I get bored. I get bored when something is a one row repeat. Yes, that's it. I get bored. And so it's like a struggle to force and that's the thing is I love how it looks. And I don't know, these aren't really my colors. Maybe that's partially why I'm struggling, but I think it's nice. I think it looks pretty. High desert, mountains, but not a lot of trees. Oh, my husband would probably love that. Change themselves up. Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen a desert, Terry, and I that's one of the things that I really would like to see. I suspect I would kind of love it, honestly. But yeah, so I think it's pretty. I mean, it's not my colors, but I do like how it looks. I think that the striping on it is really fun, and I like how the stripes are getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. But yeah, I guess I'm like give me a shawl like my Anna Lucia shawl, or I also have going the Lost in Time. Not Lost in Translation. That was a movie. The Lost in Time shawl. Yeah, and that's got like a gazillion really difficult stitches. Lost in Time. Okay, yes. And I love it. Like it keeps me engaged, I guess. And I think that's just one of those things that just goes to show you how different we all are. Because I know so many folks just love a one row repeat. It just allows them the freedom to like veg out and watch TV while they crochet and stuff. And I don't know. I guess I'm weird that way. Won't use that yarn because I love Unforgettable. But yeah, Tori realized today that it's difficult to frog. It is. It's possible, but it's difficult. Oh, yeah. I love that tealberry color, though. It's really pretty. All right. But yeah, I don't know. But I like it. I think it's pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna when I finish this, it will be two skeins in here. So I feel like at that point it would be a pretty good sized little, little shawl to throw around the neck. Part of me wonders. I know that you can decrease, and I'm sorry. No, it's a 4-weight. Yeah, it's you know how that goes, guys. They say it's a 3-weight, it's a 5-weight. They say it's a 5-weight, it's a 4-weight. It's. Hey, Dusty, how are you? I'm here talking about my hag shawl and that I struggle with one row repeats. What about you? Oh, worry it will pill. Ugh. Yeah, most of the time when I do my shawls, I do them with the Waltrum yarn, which is that wicked thin stuff that I showed you guys last time, and that stuff just doesn't pill, Except I did make my virus shawl with Unforgettable, and it's been great, honestly. I should wash it. but I love it. It's one of my favorites. I love the virus shawl. I think it's really pretty. Oh, hi, Lloyd. Lloyd's here. Lloyd was really wrist warmers. Nice. Show you all the shawls. What new one? Oh, Tori's shawl. That's right. Tori made me a shawl, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll get it so you can see it. Hold on. Oh, Lloyd might entertain you. It's in my bedroom. I gotta get it. Tori's like, I can't believe her with the what new shawl? This one. Queen crochet along mosaic. Okay, so mosaic. I only tried one mosaic thing and I was like, I don't think this is for me. But then I just was watching. Do any of you guys watch A New Crochet? Anu, Anoo. She just had like a mosaic pillow that I really liked. And the fact that it's a pillow and then the back is stuck inside of it makes it much more acceptable for me for the back to look awful. Tori made me this for my birthday. Isn't it pretty, guys? It's a pink acrylic, and then she used a hobby universe. So it's got like the sparkle in it too. It's very cute. And it looks very cute on me. I have been doing it. Well, last week I didn't do it because I was having myself a pity party. But yes, Friday nights. And actually, I'm trying to figure out if I can continue to do it every week. I don't know if that's too much for everybody or if I should be doing it every other. I'm thinking every, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, Susan, welcome. And thank you. Tori, my daughter, is here in the comments. Victoria, she made it. Gave it to me last week. I'm taking it off though, honey, because it's so hot in here. But yes, it's very nice. I love it. It's very pretty. And she did like granny stitches all the way down to the bottom, and then she started freewheeling and just made things up, and it's really cute. I like it. She's got a nice shell that goes to a bobble. I showed you the wrong side. There you go. It's like a really nice shell that goes to a bobble. It's fun. It is very warm. Very warm. So we've got a couple people doing that crochet along. That's cool. This is the virus shawl that I did with Unforgettable. So I love it. And it's got a little bit of a halo, Irene, but it hasn't pilled on me. So I don't know, hopefully that will give you an idea, but yeah. Ooh, right, Terry? I'm sorry, Julie. Isn't it pretty? I love this colorway. It is Unforgettable Gossamer. Thank you, Quilty Crocheter. You quilt? You a sewer? There's so few of us. So few people that are sewing and crocheting. And now I'm trying to learn to knit. Oh, I tell you what, guys. And the only reason I want to learn to knit is so that I can knit some of the Expression Fiber Art shawls. She has such pretty shawls. Yay, Quilty Crocheter. Quilt, crochet, and knit. Good for you. Bistitchual. That's what I saw somebody say they were bistitchual. I can't remember who it was. Hi, Cynthia. It is good. It is a Mexican sunset. Sunset, yes. Oh, the binding. Did you machine sew it or did you hand sew it? You don't quilt though. Oh, do you just, what do you sew clothes or Dusty? And Dusty, should I be calling you Dusty? You machine quilted, I mean, machine cut, did it? Yeah. It is. I changed up the amounts of the liquor. There's a lot of booze in this. That's why it's in this glass. But there's like 4.5 ounces of, of booze in here, which is probably why I get more entertaining as the night goes on. Red Heart Sparkle. Oh, that would be pretty. Yeah. Oh, slip dresses. That would be fun. I don't make clothes, Dusty. And that's not that I wouldn't want to, but I make like bags and I've done quilts, but I think I prefer like smaller quilts. I really need more well, not immediate gratification, but I need stuff that doesn't take as long as a big quilt. Dusty or Cat or Miranda, just don't call me late for dinner. Yeah, you and me both. I tell you what, the quarantine pounds have got to come off, which means I have to stop doing things like eating bagel bites, you know? It's coming soon, guys. I'm waiting for my birthday. I'm going to let myself have my birthday so that I can have my most favorite lemon meringue pie. And then I'll have to crack down, lose some weight. Toad Hallow. Oh, that sounds fun. I'll have to look into that. I just showed some bags that I put in my Etsy shop. But, well, it's one of these. I made a second one of these for my shop. But I love it's the Good Place fabric, so it has the almost swears on it. Like holy shirt balls and stuff. Son of a bench, those things. So that, and then a big tote. A big drawstring tote. Zipper bags. Mary Beth and Helen. Get it? Yeah, I hear that. I am having a birthday, Julie. um, yes. Yeah, look at you with the face, you. My hair is getting more and more interesting as this episode goes on as well. Guys, do you see all the whites? You can see it, the stuff glinting off of it. It's funny, Tori came. Dave, my husband, has started to shave his head because he's been balding since I knew him. But he's getting really close and to it being really, really bald. And so he shaves it now. He just buzzes it all off. And Tori was here a couple weeks ago, and he came walking down the porch, and the sun hit the side of his head, and it just looks like liquid silver. And he was like, "Oh," she was like, "Oh my God, Dave's so white." I was like, "I know it." You too, Terry. My daughter had hers. Sandy. No fall fabrics this year? Where did you look? It might have been my internet. I live in this teeny tiny little town, and we don't even have Comcast. So we have like Atlantic Broadband or some crap like that, and it is really not very good. I need a refresh. How do I do that without disconnecting? Oh. Did you try like fabric.com? They oftentimes seem to have everything if I get stuck, you know? And of course, if you don't mind paying an arm and a leg, you can always go to Spoonflower. And they just make it to order for you. Is everybody back? Can you like see me again? Should I like restart? Fat quarter shot. Okay. Oh, I'm okay now. Okay. Can you hear me now? Guys, remember that? I missed that commercial, actually. How about now? Now? So, yeah. Fabric is tough. Fabric can be tough. This year especially, like I know that right around when quarantine like first really got under steam. Yeah. My hubs is in here talking to me about thumbsing up. He keeps logging into all of his different accounts and giving the video thumbs ups. So, but yeah, it was really hard to get any fabric right after quarantine, and it's because everybody was making masks. I gotta say, I mean, I made masks for quite a few people, and I made quite a few masks per person, and I mostly gave them away. Asked people to just cover some shipping, you know what I mean? But I probably went through $300-400 worth of supplies. Easy. And it was easy for me to do because I had it. I had a huge fabric stash. Yeah. As Dave was saying, we have the railings on our back deck are rotting, and we need to replace them, and we can't get pressure treated lumber. You can't get it. It's like gone. And if they can find it, it's so expensive that they're not carrying it. Yeah, it's crazy. So we can't fix our railings on our deck because we're not going to do it with non-pressure treated wood. It's just going to rot. That's just silly. So we're stuck having to wait. Well, at least you could get your yarn, Susan. No, Irene, I'm sorry to hear that. Everybody should be wearing a mask. I almost got one. Color Street is selling ones that say Color Street on them. And I almost got one. And then I was like, you know what? Really, if I'm somewhere and I have a mask on, I don't know that I want to be stopped and asked what, about Color Street right at that moment. But I don't know. Yeah. And plus that they were like the masks were from Vistaprint. And so I looked up some reviews on them because I can make my own masks. If I'm going to buy one, it better have a really great review. And the reviews were awful. So I passed. But it would have been cute because then I could have had my mask match my nails. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have two that I had made for myself. One is Muppets, and the other one was this pretty floral. And then my husband does the laundry every week. He's the laundry guy, and he didn't know that my mask was in with the whites, and it got bleached, and so all the color went out. And so technically it still works, but it's wicked ugly because the color's bleached out, and so what's left is just like really ugly colors. So I gotta make another one. But that's okay because everybody should have multiples so that they can wash them sufficiently and all of that. So, and we found a package of N95s in our basement that we had from just having around for like sanding or whatever. Because that's what you use when you need to sand and all of that stuff. So we have those if worst comes to worst. We just kind of left them and set them aside. I gave a couple to my mom because she was so high risk. So I'm trying to catch up with all the long trips to the store. Oh, enjoy your smoke, Dusty. I'm going to go with Dusty because it's easy for me to remember because it's right there. And I have a terrible time with people's names lately. I don't know if anybody else here is in perimenopause, but it's like as soon as my estrogen started to drop, my brain fell out. And everything takes me 4 times as long as it used to. And I'm like, can't remember anything. I was shocked. I had joined like a group for like a support group for perimenopause because nobody freaking tells you anything about it. And there was like a list of 40 identified side effects of perimenopause. And I'm like, how can there be 40 different things that can happen to you? And I've never heard about anything more than hot flashes. Let me tell you, there's a whole hell of a lot more to it than hot flashes. Hot flashes are the least of my worries, honestly. I know that they are incredibly uncomfortable, and I don't like it when they happen. They happen infrequently for me. Hi, baby. You want to come up? Lloyd is trying to visit. He's rubbing against everything. What is it, sweet boy? Come on. Come here. Yeah, well, he's being a cat. Come on, baby. Either you want to come up or you don't. Yes, I know. Hi. Oh, for goodness sakes. He's been a little weird since Harry got sick. Because he could have died, Harry is down with Dave. Yeah. Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry to hear it. Mine actually told me I needed therapy. So I went to a therapist, and my first appointment, here's Lloyd. Here's Lloyd, baby. Yes, my sweet baby. Sweet baby boy. Say hi to everybody. Oh, no. He just wants a hug. He says, Mom, don't make me perform. No, I know, Terry. Nobody does want to talk about it. And so my doctor, I had really bad anxiety, like onset with it. A woman said, yes, you are right. So my general practitioner was like, yeah, I think you need some therapy. So I finally agreed because I felt like I was going insane. And my very first appointment, the therapist was like, yeah, I think you should go see your OBGYN because you're probably in perimenopause. What? Did you see him? He's like, Mom, I want you to be quiet. Just love me. He's offended. Anyways, well, baby, I don't know what you want. Anyways, he does want all my attention. That's it. And it's because since Harry got sick and Harry could have died, Harry got a lot of the attention for a few days, and Lloyd was not used to that. And he's been a little bit cold. This is actually the first time he's tried to come and have some love with Mom in a few days. So I guess maybe he's getting over it. However, Harry was hysterical. First of all, he was so high. He was high for like 24 hours after we brought him to the doctors because they gave him pain meds because he was in pain. And he had been meowing for like 3 days. He's a talker anyways, but I was like, that's what I was started to feel like, why is he doing this? Like something is up. And then, he was squatting everywhere and not being able to pee. But I forgot what I was saying. See what I mean? God. Oh, anyways, yeah. So the therapist was like, yeah, go see your OBGYN. So before you come back and see me, and I did, my OBGYN was like, yeah, I'd say you're in perimenopause. And I said, well, why did my GP not pick up on that? And she goes, oh, well, they're not required to study it. Can you imagine? Are you freaking kidding me? It's 2020, and your general practitioners are not required to study menopause, a condition that fully affects more than half of the population of the country. Like, does that not piss you off? It pisses me off. And of course, my OBGYN was like, well, that's why we have specialists. And I thought, bullshit to that. Any GP knows how to stick a finger up a guy's butt and find out if there's something wrong with their prostate. But they're not required to study one of the most important, changes in a woman's life, even though they treat women, that pissed me off. Clearly. Sorry, I had a small rant there. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard enough to be a woman. You got to make me go to therapy, make me feel crazy. Thank you, Irene. I call BS too. I swear, we women need to take over. Straighten this crap out. Look at he split. We get this whole world figured out. Did you guys know that there's only one matriarchal society left in the world? And it is in, of all places, China. And Dave, my husband says he calls the prostate exam sexual abuse. Yeah. No, you still have to have your prostate exam. I'm sorry. It's important. But yeah, I was shocked when she told me that. That's just like doctors aren't required to study nutrition. Can you imagine? Like, I would think that menopause and nutrition would be required classes. You know, at least cover it in a chapter on something. But no, we don't rate, guys. Or gals, I should say. We don't rate. But that's why so many women, when they talk to their general practitioner about the problems that they're having, it gets missed and it gets misdiagnosed. And it normally gets misdiagnosed as, you know, mental health problems. Because, you know, the radical feminist in me wants to complain that anytime a woman has an emotion, we're, you know, hysterical. Yeah, right. Hysterical my ass. So, hey, you know, I heard, and I can't, does anybody know, everybody watches Bag a Day, right? Yes, matriarch, yes. The one that's in China that I was talking about, I bought a book, and I think it's called The Last Kingdom. I can't remember exactly. I'll link it in my, Terry, thank you, Terry. I'll link it tomorrow when I'm able to edit the video. But it's about this society, and it was interesting because it was from the point of view from a woman who moved to the matriarchal society and lived with them for a certain length of time. And the way she talked about it, how liberating it was to see women behave not like men, but like they were entitled to take up like space and to exist, and that women call the shots there. Like, children are stay with their mothers, and I guess marriage is kind of something that it's not the same thing there, in that women can decide when they're done with a partner and then they just change up. So they may have the children of several different people or different men all living with the woman because she's the one who runs calls the shots, really. And unfortunately, what's happened is because it's become known, it's changing, you know, and it's slowly dying, unfortunately. Yeah, Dusty, check tomorrow. Like, give me a day, but check tomorrow and on this live video, and I will link that for you in the description box if you want to read it. It was really interesting. I've not finished the whole thing yet, but it really is interesting. So yeah, but it's quite the interesting thought experiment to imagine what the world would be like. I'd like to think it would be better. Maybe that's arrogance. I don't know. Let's face it, it couldn't get much worse. I mean, what kind of shit show has this been, huh? just so much. Like, just non-stop, right? Non-stop, just constant barrage of bad news and scandalous stuff and oh my God, what's going on with an election? And it's so stressful, so stressful. I think that our entire country is going to have PTSD by the time, I don't know, COVID is over and life returns to anything resembling normalcy again, which I don't think, is anybody even going to remember what that is? You think? I don't know. I saw a picture today of some kids on a field trip, and they were sitting in like a room and no masks, not, and I'm just like our country is earning a Darwin Award right now. It's just, I like, I mean, no country will have us. We can't go anywhere. My passport is like, it's useless, right? I mean, almost depressed that the asteroid's going to miss us. I keep saying it. Giant meteor 2020. Take a sip, babe. Right? I'm telling you guys, like, I started antidepressants because the hell with this shit. I wish we could, Dave. I wish we could just skip 2021. And I just look at everybody still like going along and living their lives. My sister just like bought a new house and moved. And although they're very, very cautious, they have little ones. One of my nieces started kindergarten this year, or was it? Yeah, kindergarten. And she's doing it remote and she's doing a wonderful job. I'm so proud of her. By day 2, she logged herself into her Zoom all by herself. My sister was like, I couldn't believe it. I said, no, I'm not surprised. Kids are always better at that stuff. But you guys got to send good wishes for Tori here. She's been trying to find an apartment and it's just awful. Everybody's price gouging and it's just terrible. And then some jackass landlord jerked her around for 3 weeks and then was like, oh, well, somebody else gave me a cash deposit. So, yeah. Somebody forced cash on you so that you couldn't be a decent human being and like actually go through the process. As you can tell, I'm just like fed up with everybody in the world, except for you guys. You guys are fine. But what was I saying? So I heard that there was some sort of controversy with Bag a Day. Like somebody, not an apartment. Just trying to find an apartment. I don't know exactly what it was about, but somebody heard secondhand a bag of what? Did I say a bad thing? I might have, because I do all the time and don't even notice it. Did I tell somebody to eat a bag of D? I've been known to do that. Oh, bag a day. Bag a day. So I heard like a third hand that did something happen with her? Like some sort of, not identity theft or something, but something with her. Oh, someone cloned her Instagram account? What a shit thing to do. Like, can't we just have anything decent? You guys ever seen that Prince meme where he's just like shaking his head and his eyes are closed? It's like, this is why we can't have nice things. That's terrible. I can only imagine too, she must have been horrified. I haven't been able to catch a lot of her stuff. Stevie Wonder F-bombed today? No, Stevie Wonder F-bombed? I know Jim Gaffigan was F-bombing all sorts of people on Twitter a few weeks ago. He called some woman a Karen and told her to go F off. Yeah, you should know not to give out your credit card information. That's not a good thing. Especially, honestly, like I don't know of any YouTuber that would do that. And I'm sure that there are probably ones out there. I mean, I know somebody just like scammed Crafty Floridian. Oh, for goodness sakes. That is rare for Stevie. That is straight up fraud. I hope they catch whoever it is. Like, can law enforcement do anything about these people yet? Is there like any laws? Have our laws caught up with our technology yet? Because that's crazy. I don't understand it at all. I guess apparently in our town, all the Biden signs have been being stolen. Like, really? And then our local, oh, can you imagine? Our local representative is being investigated by the Attorney General's office because he put up a post on his social media that any sort of a sign in support of BLM was basically an invitation to burn and loot the people's homes. Seriously, asswipe? Like, are you kidding me? No, that is not okay. You can't be an elected representative and do that. Oh, such a dipshit. And like, he goes on to his Twitter. Well, first of all, he got in trouble like a couple months ago because he decided it would be a good idea to taunt vegans by shooting a squirrel with a shotgun. People who abide by them. That's true, Irene. So he got in trouble. He got kicked off the Fish and Game Commission that he was on because of that one. And but yeah, here he is like telling everybody else that they're horrible people, and here he's had two DWIs and like pled down for choking his wife. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think that you really have much room to be talking about people who want to support, BLM, for goodness sakes. Oh yeah. Oh, that's infuriating. He should go to that special place. I'm hoping he doesn't get elected again. And the thing is it's really frustrating because our town is so small. It's just now gotten big enough that we could technically have our own representatives. Like, I believe our state house, we have the largest amount of like elected officials or something. It's ridiculous. There's so many. But right now we're grouped with a bigger town. In our town, never elects these guys. Like, if it was just up to my town, these guys would never be elected. But the other town keeps electing them. So we keep getting stuck with them, but they're from our town and not that town. So every time, and there's two of them, and both of them have made national news numerous times in the 5 years that we have been here because of stupid, awful things they've done. And I'm just like, seriously? Like, we're a better place than that. Yeah, so Tori's saying that somebody used her card. She had their address and it was in Michigan. She called their police department and they told her to call her police department. Well, that makes no sense. I mean, what is the police department here going to do if it's somebody in their town? I don't understand it at all. But yeah, can you guys imagine like that's a representative? Like, come on. Wife beating Dewey dude over there who's shooting squirrels with a shotgun. And then the other one dropped his gun in the state house. Come on. Like, if you're going to carry a gun into the state house, at least make sure it's like holstered properly. For goodness sakes. And why do you have a gun in the state house? I don't get that at all either. Well, some people call New Hampshire. I've heard New Hampshire called like some what, I can't remember which one it is, but they call us like it's like a southern state of the north or something. I don't know. We have a lot of free staters up here. And it's kind of silly. Like our state motto is live free or die. We already have a lot of freedoms here. You know, this is like one of the only states that you don't have to pay sales tax. You don't have to wear, I don't think you have to wear a seatbelt. You don't have to wear a helmet, a motorcycle helmet. Like, and actually it's hard to get insurers to insure people in this state because of our laws. Like, how much more free do you guys need to be? Free to be me. Anyways, so that was my short rant. It's been a couple really crazy weeks. Live free or die. It's our state motto. Can you imagine? And you can imagine that gets bastardized a lot. Like, people seem to think it means that they can do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. Well, we do have Laconia Bike Week here in the state, where people come from all over the place and descend upon us on their motorcycles. Yep, no insurance, no helmets, no seatbelts. Live free or die. I call it live free and die. I can't believe the helmets, honestly. Like, I worked with brain injured adults, and all of the brain injured adults that I worked with, it was through injuries. And the number of them that basically, because they didn't have helmets on and got into accidents, was ridiculous. Natural selection. You are telling me. I mean, I think, honestly, we've put so many warnings on things that the kids that used to, like, take themselves out of the gene pool no longer are. And we have a lot of idiots running around now. A lot. The one good thing about COVID is I don't have to see them because I barely leave my house. However, my neighbors, they're a lot of fun to watch. Have their gatherings. They moved in. Right. The neighbors, when we moved here, there was this lovely older couple that lived next door, and they had this beautiful yard, and, you know, they were just perfect neighbors. They decided to move, right? And we were kind of heartbroken about that. And our house sold lickety split. And next thing we know, who moves in? It's young people. Okay, now I don't have a problem against young people, but I'm always a little bit cautious because, you know, young people party. And these were like newlyweds. So she comes over, the wife, and she was a Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, Darwin Awards. There are so many people earning them hardcore right now. And I'm just like, you feel free. She comes over and she's like, hi, we're your new neighbors. And we want to invite you to our home. They were having a housewarming crew, which is very nice that she came over. Don't get me wrong. Very sweet of her. And then by the end of the night, I was not feeling well, so I wasn't going to go. And Dave wouldn't go without me. So we weren't going to go. And also, you know, it's nice, but that's like a duty invitation. At least in New England it is. Right. Hello, COVID. Yeah, that's also like Dave's saying. We're 45. She's 25. You know what I mean? It's like not our scene. We're old farts compared to them. By the end of the night, there were 3 police cars here and an ambulance. And somebody screaming, get your effing hands off her. And all I could think of was, oh, great. The new neighbors have moved in. And I think they only have had 1 or 2 parties since then. And I think one other time, maybe the police were here. But I think the neighbors, yeah, right, Jamie? I think the other neighbors probably called the cops. We did not, but I think maybe some of the other neighbors have, because they are also older and they aren't going to put up with that crap. Like, we live in the middle of nowhere for a reason. Yeah, so they've had 4 big parties. They've had the cops here twice. But the first time, like, there were cops everywhere, sirens and like lights. And I mean, that's just, I live in a little, 4,400 people in my entire town. It's all rural, like fire trucks. Oh yeah, it was insanity. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? That these are the new neighbors. So, but they have since had a baby. So things have been quieter. Yeah, night one. Their first night. Fire truck, ambulance, cop cars. But now what we've noticed is they bought a camper, because that means Memorial Day and Labor Day, they're out of here. Oh no, Irene, at your house, are you okay? You can't be burning down. No fire trucks. All right, Jamie, have a great night. Oh gosh, busted a gas line. That won't ever happen out here because there are no gas lines. We don't even have like town sewer. Everybody has a well and a septic system. Yeah, a couple of years ago in Massachusetts, they had a busted gas line and there were like massive explosions and oh my gosh, it was giant shit show. Oh, look at this. Look at Gus. There once was a girl who had a little curl. Right in the middle of her. I look like Lenny. No, not Lenny, Squiggy. I look like Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley there, guys. Look at that. Looking good. It's that weird length. I gave up on my hair today too. Whatever. It just is what it is. But it's getting very white. The thing is my hair is curly. So a lot of the time, well, it used to be that because when you have curly hair, it's harder, like, not harder. Curly hair disguises gray and white hair longer because the light, the way the curls are, the light reflects off it differently. I don't think it's disguised anymore with me. It's pretty silvery white. But, oh well, you guys don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter to me. I got a wonderful birthday present this week. I haven't, aside from the things that Tori got me, which was lovely, one of my girlfriends sent me the new Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats album. So I'm excited about that. Yes, it does spin the other way. You would know, we were in the Southern Hemisphere a couple years ago. So I'm excited to listen to that album maybe this weekend. I was going to do it last weekend, but honestly, I was really depressed about RPG, like seriously depressed. And I know that a lot of people like why she was sick and stuff, but she just, I admire, there was so much that I admired her above and beyond the fact that she was a Supreme Court justice. Like the things that she fought for really were about equality. I mean, she fought for men's equality as well. And that's just, I think, fabulous. She just really was a warrior. And I just am so, always have been so, not in awe of, but just appreciative of the barriers that she knocked down. And so I was really, truly pretty torn up over it. So, so I did not get around to sitting on my butt on my living room floor with my, albums out and stuff. But this weekend I am hoping to. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know if any of you listen to Pentatonics, but I know Tori does. She actually sent me the video, and at first I didn't really care for it, but they came out with, they covered that song, Tough as Woodpecker Lips. She was tough as woodpecker lips. Does anybody remember that Tears for Fears song, Mad World? It got covered, and it was in the movie Donnie Darko as well. I can't remember who covered it for Donnie Darko. But anyways, Pentatonics covered that song, and they did a beautiful job of it. So that has been like playing in my head all week. Yeah, Irene, if you have not seen the Pentatonics version of it, you should go check it out. They did a beautiful job on it. And it took me 1 or 2 listens to kind of have it grow on me, because I was just used to the original, you know what I mean? But I found it to be really fitting to these times. Yeah, you can find, I mean, they're easy to find on YouTube. Pentatonics, you put them in, they pop up. They've got like 75 gazillion followers. And their new bass is okay, but I still prefer Avi. Tears for Fears did the original one. I found the Pentatonics one that they just came out with to be actually really moving, and I'm sure it's because of the times that we're in and how troubled they are that it feels particularly relevant, you know. But they also made it's extremely somber, but and they did something a little different for them. They don't do it on most of their songs, is they had no beatboxing, so it is truly just a 5-part harmony, which you don't always get with them. Yeah, I'm not a Phil Collins fan. I know a lot of people like him. I don't know what it is. I've never really warmed up to Phil Collins. Did you see that video of those reactors who saw him for the first time doing oh gosh, what was that song? Was it In the Air Tonight? What, I can't remember the name of it, but you would know what it is if you like Phil Collins. There were these 2 reactors, 2 black kids that saw it for the first time, and it was trending on Twitter, their reaction and stuff. It was cute. They were pretty blown away by it. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. They watched that. It was really cute. They were like, "Ooh, wow!" When and they were just so excited. I really think it's cute. I like reaction videos, and a lot of times you'll get younger people who like are only familiar with hip hop, and they start to discover older music that was like the music that I listened to and stuff. And so it can be kind of fun to see them discover it for the first time. You know what I mean? It's not all reaction channels are equal, but there are some fun ones out there. And it's honestly, it's a nice kind of non-mentally taxing distraction, I find, right now. You know, there's so much stuff that just makes your head hurt. Then that does not at all. Hi, baby, you back? Hi. Hi, sweet boy. Lloyd is back. What you doing? Hi. You want to come up? Well, you know the drill. He knows what he has to do. Mental junk food, exactly. I like Jamel Jamal too. He's great. He's great. He's a lot of fun. Have you seen Patrol Gaming? He's from Australia. He's this redheaded dude from Australia. He's fun. Oh, baby. Hi, baby. What you doing? What? His claws are so deep in my shoulder right now. Yes, he's purring though. You want to say hi? Say hi to everybody. Hi. Hi, I'm Lloyd. Oh, Harry's downstairs saying hi to Dad. Harry's downstairs with Dad, Bubby. He's the biggest love. But here's the funny thing, guys. When I took Harry to the vet, okay? The vet, of course, they just came out and took him from the car. And I had to wait outside. And then the vet calls me. He is so big. He's pushing his face up against me too, guys. I'm not like squashing him. He is literally doing this himself. He hides his face. He likes to get his face real deep in there, and then he just... I don't know how much bigger Edgar really is than Lloyd anymore. Yeah, Dusty says hi. Dusty, I would tell you he cares, but he doesn't because he's a cat. But so the vet calls me. I'm sitting in the car and the vet calls me. And the first thing he says to me is, "Wow, Harry's a big boy." And I laughed. And he was like, what? And I said, really? And he's like, yeah, he's a big boy. And he said his feet are enormous. And I said, oh, yeah, well, I know, but he's grown into his feet now. And I said, out of the two boys I have, Harry's the petite one. And the vet was shocked. He's like, no. And I said, yeah. I said, his brother is probably twice his size. And the vet was laughing. He said, oh, I'm going to have to tell the ladies in here. They can't believe how big Harry is. And so I got home and I was looking at the, the printout where they tell you what's wrong with your cat. Harry weighs 13 and a half pounds and he feels like a feather compared to that one. So I am wondering how much Lloyd actually weighs. And I'm thinking he's got to be upwards of at least 16 or 17 pounds. And he's big. And the thing is, they're both really long. That's the thing. They're extremely long cats. So, and he did say about Harry, he said he's just the tiniest bit chunky, but he's just big. And I was like, really? Because when I look at him, I don't think that at all. He looks like a little peanut to me. But no, apparently big boys. He is a hugger, Irene. He loves to hug. Yeah, Tori's cat, Edgar, his chest and his front legs, he reminds me of those of like a boxer, like the dogs that have those really muscled chests. That's what Tori's cat is like. And he's as big as that guy. Hold on. Excuse me while I eat a pineapple. Jamal. He's pretty cool, Jamal. Do you watch any other ones, Irene? Pineapple? Or drink? Or cat? Or cherry? If you were here, I would give you one of them. Whatever it was. Bullying you for love? Yeah, you said he wouldn't stop licking you the other day. I bought one drink. I bought these cherries at the liquor store. Way better than the cherries at the grocery store. What is your drink of choice, Irene? Here comes Dave. Oh, there's Harry. Here's the one that they told me was so big. Hi, baby. He's like nothing compared to his brother. Say hi. Hi, I'm Harry. Oh, rum runners. Hi, sweet boy. How you doing? Yes. I love this little peanut. You see what I mean? He's not nearly. He's feisty. They're long. You guys ever see those cat shows? What are you doing? He would like to get down, doesn't he? But compared to his brother, would you stop? You're being crazy, boy. You're being crazy, boy. Yeah, compared to his brother, and the vet was like, he's huge. And I'm like, oh, well, you should see his brother. This guy's a little peanut. But he was so high. He kept laying on his back and just making biscuits in the air for 2 days. It was hysterical. He got down and he's now laying right next to me. Who is Superman? Harry? Yeah, he's pretty feisty. What you doing, Bubby? But yeah, those two are brothers. Believe it or not. And their markings are identical, but they're just different colors. Oh, you're off. He's off and he's doing something. Who knows what? Hey, puppy. He's very intense looking, though. Well, oh, we're at an hour and a half, guys. Maybe we should go ahead and give it a call for the night. We can plan to meet back here next Friday. Do you guys think we should do every Friday, or think we should do every other? Is every Friday a lot? Harry, I know that you're back there doing something you probably shouldn't be. Every for right now. Good night, Tammy. Be safe out there. All right, Irene. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's stick with every Friday for now, and we'll see how it goes. I can't type fast enough. I can type fine on my computer, but put me on my phone, man, it's terrible. As Tori will tell you. She's tired of trying to read my text messages. Love you, Tori. Hi to Steven. Oh, Chrissy, it's okay. Don't worry. I mean, people catch up. The replay will be there. Oh, yes, your mom. I hope she loves it, Irene. All right, sweetie. Sweetie being Tori. I'll talk with you probably tomorrow. Chrissy, I know what you're talking about with the catching up on videos. I'm so far behind. I actually had to go through and just like delete a slew of notifications because I'm just never going to catch up. I'm just never going to catch up. I actually need to go through and start weeding out some of my subscriptions. But all right, Irene, let me know how your mom likes her thing. Guys, have a good week. Be safe. Susan, you have a great night too. Dusty, you have a great night. Everybody have a great night. Have a wonderful week. Oh no, Christy. Oh, I will keep you in my thoughts. Good night, Stephen. Christy, I'll keep you in my thoughts. I hope your dad's okay. Oh, Dave says bye, everyone. 9 p.m. on Friday nights, Susan. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Kirsty, I'm sorry. Christy, I'll keep you in my thoughts. And him. I wish you luck. But, okay, guys, be safe. Wear your masks, and I will see you guys soon. All right. Bye. You can end.